Hey everybody, it's Saad. In this video, I'm going to show you a full high-ticket sales system built from start to finish. This is probably the most effective sales system that anyone is building in the world. It is extremely powerful. I've recently sold this for a recruitment company for about $10,000. So today, I'm going to show you everything from the platforms you're going to need all the way to translating that into a make.com system. You're also going to see my thought process whenever I'm building these systems. You can learn and use it to build your own. So if that's something you guys are into, buckle up and let's get into it. So our system is going to help recruitment companies find businesses that are actively hiring and automatically reaches out to them, saving them a huge amount of time. So the idea is very simple. We're just going to fill out a form with a job search URL and let the system do the work. It will find the right people to talk to, such as hiring managers or recruiters, so our outreach is more effective. And then it's going to create and send personalized messages based on each company's hiring needs, automatically adding them to our campaign. And since recruitment companies make money by placing candidates, our system is going to help them get more job orders, fill more positions, and ultimately grow their business, all with minimum effort. So the system, basically, we're just going to input a search URL, okay? And that search URL is going to be basically a data from LinkedIn jobs or Indeed jobs, etc. And then the system is going to go ahead and scrape those job boards for those companies actively hiring for those roles, right? So each recruitment company is going to be looking to fill different candidates, okay? So, and then we're going to enrich the decision maker. So by enriching decision makers, what I mean by that is just basically finding their email address and gathering more data about them so we can use it in our outreach. And our outreach is going to be the dream outreach, which is basically using that data gathered and having a personalized, customized message for each recruiter / hiring manager, okay? So it's more personalized. Therefore, we're going to have higher reply rates, and then we can basically close them. So what I'm going to do now is the first step is we're going to build a form. So I'm just going to go to Typeform, and you can use any form you want. You could use Tally. Hell, you can even use Google Forms, okay? I just like Typeform. It's convenient. So I'm just going to create a new form, and it's going to be, from scratch. And then I'll have a welcome screen. So welcome screen. And it's going to be welcome to Lead Finder. Okay. And then we're going to have another thing, which is we're going to go to add content, and it's going to be URL. And website. And then it's please input the job search URL here. Okay. And that's pretty much it. And I'm going to click on publish to share. Okay, great. So I have my form ready. And let me just see it here. So welcome to Lead Finder, start. And then I can just put the search URL here. Okay, awesome. So now that I have my form ready, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to make.com and I'm going to start building the system. So I'm going to go to create a new scenario right here. Okay. And then the first step is we want a Typeform. Okay, so go to Typeform, and it's going to be watch responses. Okay. And then click on add, and then we're going to have to set up our connection. So click on add again. Name this whatever you want. Let's just say name this Saad's cool high ticket automation, and click on save. And you need to authenticate your account. You do not need any API key. Just click on accept. And that's pretty much it. Frictionless. That's why I like Typeform. Go to form ID. And I think this is the one, my branded Typeform. Yeah. So let's just name this Lead Finder. And save. You can customize the form as however you want to make it as aesthetically pleasing as possible. So let me go back, and then let me just refresh this. And then I'm going to have Lead Finder here, and it's going to be saved. Okay. So now I can essentially receive notification from Typeform in Mic, and click on save. Okay. So let's just try this. If I run once, let me go back and refresh this. Start. And then we're just going to put here https randomurl.com and submit. And let me go back to make. Okay, and I received the webhook here, which is URL. receive the data. Okay, awesome. So what I'm going to do now, so in order for me to keep building the system, I will have to, like, all the time just go to lead finder, input a random URL so I can just run the flow. So instead, we're going to click on this plus button. We're just going to list the responses. So go to Typeform, and it's going to be list responses. And then again, authenticator account. And then it's going to be Saad's cool high ticket automation, and save again. And go to accept. And go to form ID, lead finder. And essentially we can just click on this, toggle this included response IDs. And essentially, we're going to retrieve that data, okay? Which is going to be the job search URL, okay? So this is exactly what we're going to do. So I'm just going to save this for now. And then I'm going to unlink this. And then if I put this little emoji here, if I go back and then just toggle this last response, save, run once, I have it right here, which is answers URL. Okay, good. So now I can receive the job search URL through my Typeform suite. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to Apify. So we're going to use Apify to basically scrape job boardings of LinkedIn jobs, okay? And before actually we go to Apify, we need to go to LinkedIn jobs. So go to LinkedIn jobs, okay? So just LinkedIn jobs using your normal LinkedIn account, okay? And then you're going to go to title, skill, or company, and basically just type in whatever job title you want to go for, okay? So for example, just put, I don't know, like marketing director, okay? And we have 4,000 results, okay? You can type in, for example, software developer or software engineer. And you go to the country, you can choose whatever, like United States, you can choose by states here, you can choose like whatever country you want. And this, we have 100K results. You can also go to filters, all filters, and you can basically sort by most recent, anytime, past month, past week, or even past 24 hours. You can also sort by location, industry, which is awesome. So in our case, let's just put, let's just choose software development. Yeah. So software development, and we have 29K results. Let's just go to past week, or maybe we can do 24 hours. Let's go to past week. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And show 8K results. So we have 8,000 results. Okay, so 8,000 results. Awesome. So what I'm going to do now is, since I have my search URL, and the search URL is basically this one right here. You see this linkedin.com? This is the search URL. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I want to scrape this data, and I'm going to use a platform called Apify. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to another browser, because I have multiple Apify accounts in this browser, which is Brave. So I'm just going to go to Opera, and then I'm going to create a new Apify account. So simply go to apify.com and go to get started. And we're just going to sign up, and it's going to be Dr. PM.me, and this is my password here. So sign up, and then bridges. Okay, what are the bridges here? Bridge, and bridge. Verify. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go to my Proton account, and then we're going to verify. Okay, there you go. And then verify my email address. Thank you. So the name is going to be Outreach King Saad. Okay, so we just created our account on Apify. So the one that I want is going to be LinkedIn Jobs, and it's a paper result, which is this one. Okay, paper results. So the cool part is that when you sign up to Apify, they're going to give you $5. So in this paper results, it's basically going to charge you per 1,000 results, which is $1. Okay, so you can scrape 5,000 results. Awesome. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the job search URL. I'll just copy it. Go back to my browser right here. And then basically, you see this LinkedIn job search URL, just paste that in here. Make sure it's scrape company details. And in terms of numbers required, what we're going to do is we're going to scrape, for example, 4,000. Okay. And run options is going to be no timeout and save and start. Okay. So there you go. The system's going to go ahead and scrape all this data for us. And it's probably going to take us like 20 minutes or so. And there you go. The first output is here. We have the company description, company employees, company LinkedIn URL. We have the company name, etc. Company website, which is awesome. We have the description text, and we have the job poster name. And if you guys noticed here, we have job poster name. We have the first one, but we have multiple records. We have geez, there's a lot of records where we don't have the poster full name. And the reason why is because these jobs, when like these posters, right? These recruiters, sometimes they don't want to include their name when they post job postings. So we're going to have to find a way to find these recruiters, right? And I'm going to show you how. Even if you see undefined, rest assured, you're going to find these people using SAT's call method. Okay, so I had 82 results. Yeah, so I'm already 1 minute. Probably going to take us 25 minutes or something. Okay. So yeah. So we have another thing here. We have the job function, job poster URL, job poster title, talent acquisition technical recruiter. So I told you. So this is the hiring manager, etc. So we're going to have to enrich this data by finding these names and also finding their email address. Okay. Also have the location. We have tracking ID, title. So they are looking to hire a junior software engineer. And to explain this further for you guys, all you have to do once you build the system is basically just change the job title. So if you want to target companies hiring for sales, which is a perfect ideal customer for what we do, like a sales and agency owner, just type in sales representative in the United States. And you're going to see all of these results. So a sales rep, okay? So these are companies hiring for sales, which means they're investing in growth. They're literally telling the world, hey, we need help getting more sales. So instead of them hiring a sales rep, you can just go ahead and build them a sales system and sell it to them. And that will connect them to their ideal clients. And it's basically going to be meetings booked with decision makers. Well, it's going to be pre-qualified decision makers that are interested in their current offer, whatever product, service they are selling. Okay. So yeah, this is why it makes us like an ideal customer for a sales agency. Okay. So yeah, let me go back to Opera and it's 2080 results. Yeah. So it still baffles me that we can get access to this data right here. Anyone that tells you that you cannot scrape LinkedIn, Apollo, just run to the hills just because scrapers are forever. And even if a platform like disables or like stops, like they do some kind of like maintenance where people cannot scrape, like in literally 30 minutes, you're going to see someone like some crazy developer that will just build a new scraper that was going to handle all of this for us, right? We didn't have this back then. If you guys don't know, back then when I was probably when I was a teenager, I always had the idea of being like a white hat hacker, right? They would call me the hacker in high school, right? But yeah, you quickly realize that it's not really the path to make money, you know? And I know a lot of people are actually developers and programmers that are really they are amazing what they do and they're still broke. Yeah. So it's not about what you know what you know. It's about how we can use what you already know and make money with it. Okay. So we have 500 results. Okay. It's going to take us a little bit more. We're at 4 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the recording real quick and I'm going to get back to you guys once it's 4,000 results. Okay. Okay. So we are at 3,838 results. Okay. So it's going to stop at 4,000. Took us 22 minutes. So it's going to be 24 minutes to scrape 4,000 leads, which is pretty good. I mean, so 3,900. And I think that's pretty much it. Okay. All right. So let's go to the log and read through this. So this is kind of like the log of the scraper, what it does. So pulling Docker image of build. I don't know what that is. Okay, so we stopped. So we stopped at 3,998 results. What an odd number. Okay, so now that I have this data, how can I get access to it? Okay, so you can export this data as CSV, right? You go to CSV and just click download, but we don't want to do that. We want to be able to build a system that does all of this for us automatically. Okay, so now that I have this data, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to storage, okay? And you see this dataset ID? This is what we're gonna use to basically get access to it. So now I'm gonna go to make, and step 3 is we want to be able to run this scraper automatically. So if you guys saw here, we did this manually. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this plus button, and then we're going to look for Apify, and it's going to be run in actor. Okay, so run in actor. Click on this add button. Okay, so this is the connection type. We need to authenticate our Apify account. So click on it, and it's going to be Apify API token. Go back to your Apify, and then go to settings, and then go to API integration. Just copy your API key. Okay, so just copy it, and then go back, and then just paste that in here. And then let's just name this SOD cool high ticket system again, and then let's just save. And the actor that we want is going to be LinkedIn job scraper, and the input JSON, here's the input JSON. So go back, go to your runs, okay, and then go to the scraper right here, and it's going to be JSON. Okay, so copy this right here, and then go back, paste that in here. You see this like ugly string of JSON? So simply go to JSON formatter, and then just paste that in here, and then copy it. Then go back, and then now it's way beautiful. So the count here depends on what you want. If you want to scrape 3,000, 4,000, just put whatever you want here, and scrape company true. And this is the URL. So what we're going to do is going to be, I believe it ends at R, right? Okay. So now all you have to do is basically, put the URL, which is URL, okay? And that's pretty much it. And click on save. Okay, so now this the system is going to run automatically. It's going to run that actor. It's going to run that scraper for you, right? So let me just link this here, add this right here, and I'm going to untoggle this because I don't want it, and click on save. And if I click on run once, now the system is going to run, is basically scrape those leads for me, okay? Let me show you how it's going to work. So let me go back, and you see run here. Okay, so this is the first run. We've essentially, the free usage is probably like $4 now. So let me just refresh this. Yeah, there you go. So $4. So what I'm going to do is if I run once and I go back to my lead finder, okay, then let me refresh this. And if I just copy this search URL, I click on start, I'll just paste in my job search URL, click on submit. There you go. I ran the scraper. And if I go back, you will see that it's running. Okay. So there is an issue here. State saved. Let's go to log input. Oh yeah, because we have random URL. I don't know why. Oh yeah. Is it because, let me go back. Yeah, we have the random URL, which is kind of weird. Oh. Oh yeah, we need to map in. We need to map in this right here, okay? We need to map in the first one, right? Which is this one right here. Click on save. And then I'm just going to delete this. I'm just going to get rid of it. And then let me just run once again. And let me copy this URL, refresh, and then click on start. and I click on submit, now I won't have that issue. If I go back to my Opera, I will see that runs. So running, okay, good. So now it's running. And it's going to go ahead and basically scrape those leads for me. All right. So output again. Okay, great. So let me just keep this scraping. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to here, right here. And this is going to be launch, high ticket sales system. Okay. Step 1. And then I'm going to go to scenarios. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and basically have another scenario that's going to watch the actual runs. So it's going to wait for the scraper to finish scraping. And it's going to give us a notification in Make. So click on create a new scenario. And then the one that I want you to have is basically Apify. And it's going to be watch actual runs, which is an instance and asset. Go to add. And again, I'm going to go to add, connection type, Apify API token, go back. And then again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to settings and I'm going to go to API integration, just copy my API key. And then again, connection SODs, call high ticket system, Apify, paste that in here and click on save. Again, I'm going to have the actual that I already have, which is this one. Click on save and click on save. Now, let me walk you guys through how it's going to work. So if I run once now, okay, and I go back, and let me go back to my runs, and it's going to be this run right here. If I click on abort, here's what I'm going to have here in Make. There you go. So I can receive this data here, okay? So once the script is going to finish, we're going to have basically a notification here, okay? That the status is finished. Now we have aborted because we clicked on abort, just to walk you through it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this plus button, and just like we did with Typeform, this is a instance and asset. So it's going to basically run whenever like everything is finished, just like with Typeform. So what we want is basically want to be able to get access to that data through the dataset ID. So go to Apify and go to get dataset item, okay? And in terms of dataset ID, it's going to be the dataset. It's default dataset ID, I believe. So default dataset ID. So if I map it right here, I can get access to that data. Okay. So if I click on save, now I need to rerun it so I can get access to it through Make. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to default dataset ID, copy it. Okay. And then if I run this module only and hard code it, click on OK. I'm going to be able to retrieve all this data. So I retrieved 100 bundle. Which is, I shouldn't be doing that. But anyways, so Stripe is actually looking for sales development representative. So imagine if you land the deal with Stripe, right? So just give that some thought. I remember when I had my big deal back in, I had like a huge deal with a Microsoft affiliate back then in September. It was like a 10K deal. And then 10K just doesn't feel like a lot anymore. Trust me, when you hit your first 10K, it's like you're going to feel like the richest. And then after that, it's just, you're like, eh. Anyways, so I'm going to unlink this and then I'm just going to paste that in here. And then now what I'm going to do is just put one and click save, and I'm going to retrieve one bundle. Okay. And then now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to have to hard code the dataset ID and click on save. Okay. If I run once, I'm going to retrieve one bundle. And if I go back, right, I have multiple runs here. This is the initial run that I ran, which is the 4,000 leads. Again, I'm just going to go to storage and basically get the dataset ID. Okay. And same thing, right? I can just hard code it here. Now we can choose whatever we want. Let's just use the first one that we used. Okay. And click on save and then run once. Again, I have basically the data that I had here from the first search, which is software developer. Okay, so now step 2, since I got this data, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this plus button and I will have a router. So I'm going to go to flow control and it's going to be router. Now, the first route is going to check if the poster full name exists. So poster full name, which exists here. So condition, poster full name exists. So exists. It's going to be hiring manager exists. Okay. Control C, save this. Second route is going to be condition. Poster. Full name does not exist. Does not exist. So does not exist. Okay. And let's handle the first one. So hiring manager exists. So I'm going to click on this plus button and I'm going to choose an email and like finding platform. I can use any email finder, find the email hunter, whatever I want. Okay. I can even use my own in-house tools. If you guys don't know, we just launched the command center specifically for the community. And my thought process whenever we will build in this is that essentially when people join, they still have to pay for like any email finders, etc., etc. And just to give you guys some context, if I go to any email finder, it's pretty expensive. I go to pricing and it's basically going to be monthly, which is 1K credits, which is $49. If I choose to get this yearly, it's definitely going to be like around $300, which is a lot. Okay. So that's kind of like lowering the cost for everyone. Therefore, they're going to get more results. Think of it like a university. So there's university one. Once you sign up to them, or like once you join that university, so you can study and become a student. The first one doesn't give you like books, iPads, or software like a laptop or whatever. And the second one, once you join that university, they give you everything. Like who's more likely to achieve more results and not have the friction of actually paying for software, you know? So this just removes that bottleneck for people so they can grow on actually the high ROI task, which is, you know, the high return on investment task, which is actually doing the work, you know, not worrying about, you know, the costs of the platform, right? So what I'm going to do now, so we can use, you know, an email finder. We can use our own one here. You do not need to be married to any platform, really. So, yeah, what I'm going to do now, and in order for, basically, let me explain to you the Sales Systems Mastery Command Center. So once a member joins, essentially, there's an automation that creates a token specifically for them, and they go to get your new key. And basically, all you have to do is just put in the, yeah, this is the one. So just use your email address associated with your school community to retrieve your access token, and you get access to email ESP provider, email verifier, email finder, and the LinkedIn company scraper, which is amazing. And if I go back, you have multiple things that's come in. So let me go here. We also have 6 million leads, right? Scraped, untouched, and we have Dr. Sa's AI chatbot. So we're gonna have a chatbot. It's gonna roast your email copy and offer, and it's gonna give you niche ideas, basically based off a threads. So in my community, whenever someone asks a question, I go in detail, like basically one document, Google Doc style, where I explain everything on detail. And what we've done is we compiled all of my answers and we just fed that into a knowledge base of a chatbot. Okay. And then we also have AI email writer, write cold emails exactly like Dr. Sa. We have AI normalizer, which is perfectly clean, the company name, job title. And we have the AI business classifier, determine whether a business is your ideal client. And that's pretty much it. Okay, so let's just use an email finder because I'm assuming people that watch this don't have access to it. So I'm just going to go to an email finder. And once you sign up, you're going to have to go to API. So this is API. Okay. And then you do not want to like showcase your API key just like I'm doing, but I'm just doing it because I'm recording a video. I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to go back to my integration and I'm going to look for an email finder, search for a person's email, add, and it's going to be paste in your API key. And then let's just name this SOTS. Cool high tickets automation and click on save. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to search by domain, and the domain is going to be the website. So here's the website, company website. And the full name is actually the poster full name. Okay, so poster full name. And click on save. And then if I run once now, so let's see. Okay, so we found the email. Okay, sweet. We found the email. Now, what are we going to do? We want to basically cover our bases when there is no poster full name. So what we're going to do is we're just going to use Exa AI to basically gather, basically it's to enrich the poster full name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to HTTP and I'm going to use their API. So make a request. And let me walk you guys how to sign up to Exa. Just because I have multiple accounts, I'm just going to go to my Opera and I'm going to go to Exa AI. And all you have to do is go to API dashboard. I believe I'm still connected. Okay, good. So I'm just going to put my email here. Continue with email. And I'm going to receive a email verification here. And then I'm going to sign in. And I'm going to go to Proton Mail. And I just received it here. And I'm going to copy this, go back, verify code. There you go. So now I got access to it. So the cool part is that when you go to here, I believe it's in, I don't want to do dashboard, so I'm just going to go to XAI again. If I go to websites, websites, I can essentially just use their websites. And if you're not wondering what XAI is basically the future of lead generation. You can essentially just type in whatever you want. Engineers at AI startups in New York who know how to design, they're going to give you their LinkedIn profile, etc. You can type in companies hiring for sales, companies that were recently funded, and essentially you can enrich that data. Now, I have 6 days left, okay? So what I'm going to do is we have now results per search. Okay, so what I've done is I've talked to XAI and they gave us like a coupon specifically for people in the community. So essentially what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use one of them, or yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to pause the recording real quick and I'm going to enter my credit card details. So as much as I want, so you guys can see my credit card details, I'm not going to do it. But yeah. Okay, so now that I gave XAI my credit card, I'm just going to go to Docs. And this is their API. Okay. Now I'm going to walk you through how to set up your connection. But before I actually do that, we want to retrieve our API token. And it's going to be in, I think it's team settings, I believe. Let me go to XAI. Okay, it's API dashboard, I believe, right? Yeah, okay. And then go to API keys. And here are your API keys, okay? So I'm just going to copy this, right? And I'm just going to put this somewhere here, okay? I'm just going to put it here. And let me remove all these tabs so we don't get overwhelmed. And then let me go back here. And the one that I want is going to be API, so HTTPS, api.exa AI/search. And it's going to be, method is going to be posts. And parse response, yes. And headers, it's going to be content type application JSON, I believe, application JSON. So application/JSON, okay? Add headers, and it's going to be authorization, and it's going to be bearer. So bearer and our API key. So copy it, go back, paste that in here. And again, I think we're going to have another one, right? Let me go to API integration. So Google Docs. And let's go to quick start and go to curl. Okay, so authorization bearer accept. Yeah, we need to add accept. Application JSON. So accept and it's application JSON. And there you go. Another thing, in the body type, just make sure it's raw. Content type, and it's going to be JSON. And let me go back. And this is the one that I want. Query auto content text true, I believe. I think it's the one. I'm not really sure. Just for our sanity, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to the initial system that I've built, just because I don't want to go ahead and read through the entire documentation for them. So let me just go. So this is the system that I actually solved for this recruitment company. Let me go back. It's is this one? Yeah, this is the one. And let me just copy this. Yeah, let me just copy it for ease of use. You can just basically just do what I do. So query hiring manager, a company name. Okay, so company name is going to be the company name, which is this one right here. Type auto and category LinkedIn profile, number of results, just one. Okay, click on save. And now here's what we're going to do. We're going to basically, let me just unlink this. And then I'm going to run once. So it does not exist. Yes. So it does not exist. Oh yeah, because the first one exists. Okay. So let's just offset the first one. So offset just means skip the first one and goes to the second record. So run once. Okay. We have a status goes to 100 and results. Before I actually do anything, so you guys can see anything, so you guys can see, let me just put myself here. Okay. And let's see the results. So results, there you go. We found the title, which is Lisa Delta Airlines. Awesome. So hiring manager at Delta Airlines. So what I'm going to do is I want to get this full name. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on this plus button and I'm going to go to Entropic, create a prompt. I'm just going to feed it to AI. So it's going to be just a like 750. And here's what I'm going to do. Go to role, user, content, type, text, and it's going to be retrieve the full name from the following data, return the full name only. Okay. And it's going to be the results, which is results, and it's going to be title. Okay. Return the full name only with no additional text. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to click on save and then let's just run once again. So Lisa Blackman. Okay, great. I'm going to use another account right here because I have like a higher API limit here. I think it's going to be quicker now. Yeah, that's why. Okay, so now I found the decision maker. So essentially I'm going to do the same. So I'm going to click on this plus button and then let me just link this again, copy this, and then let me just Control C again, Control V. I'm going to remove this filter right here because when you copy a module, it's going to take all the things that it's linked to it. So save this. And again, poster full name is going to be the name right here. Save this and unlink this again. So let's just run once again. So hopefully you find the email. Okay, so we couldn't find this email right here. That's fine. So what we're going to do is, so maybe we can use another platform. Maybe we can use Hunter. Let's see if Hunter is going to find the email. Search by domain. Obviously not every email is going to be found, obviously. So sometimes those emails are a cache-all or something. But let's just try again. Try Hunter. Don't disappoint me. Oh, I finished my credits. Okay, let me just try here. Maybe. Run this module only. Try mine. Maybe I exhausted all my tokens. Oh yeah, I reached my tokens. Okay, so that's unfortunate. Let's just use find the email. Find an email from a name and domain. I believe this is the one. And full name. If it's not working and I exhausted all my tokens, I'm just going to use an email finder regardless. Yeah, so not enough tokens. Think, just use this one. Have multiple accounts. Yeah, okay, so I exhausted all my tokens. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use an email finder. And by the way, if I click on this all found emails, they're going to give you the catch all, I believe. Not really sure. Yeah, I knew it. So this is a catch-all. We don't know if it's valid or not. So what we're gonna do is, we need to validate if the email is found. So we'll just use mails.so. So validate a single email, and then let's just put the email right here. And then now let's see. So this is why so an email finder just gives you the email addresses that are valid actually. Yeah, I knew it. So result unknown. We don't know if it's valid or not. Okay, so let me just delete this. And then I'm going to click on this plus button. And then what I'm going to do, so I validated the system work. I can get the poster full name. What I'm going to do is I'm going to chunk the system to a third part. So I'm going to gather all this data. I'm going to send it to another make.com system. And the reason why is because sometimes we're going to have some rate limits with with an email finder, with AXA. And we want to chunk the system. Okay, so we want to have like a scalable system that sends data to another flow and continues from there. Okay, so if I have an issue in one part of the system, we can just go ahead and fix it rather than fixing the entire thing in one, like 300 modules in one workflow. Okay, I'd like to believe the systems that I've built are like scalable instead of like 300 modules and like automating shit that doesn't make sense. So what I'm going to do now is going to go to HTTP and it's going to be make a request. And what I'm going to do, if you guys don't know, you can send data through another make scenario. So I'm going to go to scenarios. So this is going to be the third one. And it's going to be the callback, basically. Callback is just going to receive the data. It's kind of like sending a basketball to like another person, like your friend, which is the second flow here, the third flow. I'm going to go to webhooks and it's going to be custom, I believe it's, yeah, custom webhook. And then click on add. And then let's just name this SODS cool automation callback. Go to show advanced settings. Make sure it's get request HTTP method and JSON pass through. Click on save and copy this, save this, and this is where we're gonna paste it. So we're gonna make a request to this URL, and then it's gonna be post and parse response yes, body type. We're just gonna write some JSON. So content type is gonna be raw JSON, and then we're gonna send that data. So the first one we want is email. So it's going to be the email that we found. And second thing we have is company name. And it's going to be the company name that we have, which is company name and full name, which is the full name that we have right here. And again, we need the job title, exact job title they are hiring for, which is, there you go. And what else? Yeah, description text. So description. Hopefully we don't get any issues with the new lines. That would really piss me off. Okay. So I'm just going to go to description text. And again, we need industry. And it's going to be, where is it? Industries. And what else do we need? Yeah, we need the company website. So let's just map it from here. Website. And it's going to be domain. Okay. And that's pretty much it, I believe. Yeah. And okay, so now if I save this, I'm going to have a filter here, condition, if email exists. So email exists. So email exists or email found. Click on save. And then let me just run once. Go back. Okay, we sent it. So we received it here, value. Why do we have... Oh. Ugh. JSON, man. I'm like, what the hell is this? Okay, so let me just again run once. And we have an issue. Bad character at position. Position, da-da-da-da. So position, little and 95. So what is 95 here? I think it's the description text. You know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna discard this. Save now. Run once. We're not gonna have that issue now. Trust me, we're not. What the hell? Huh. So raw. Oh. Is it here? Company name? Email, full name, job title, industry. Oh yeah, I know why. Okay, now it's gonna work. Run once. Okay, we have another bad request. So post, body type raw, JSON application, JSON. We have company domain. We have the industry, job title. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go to ChatGPT. Am I blind? Maybe I have an issue with my JSON. Fix this JSON. Let me just copy this. Let me stop this. Paste that in here. Hopefully we don't get it. We don't get this issue again. Run once again. And we still have that issue. I don't know why. Oh. Oh yeah. This Claude is pissing me off. Yeah, I know why. Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. Parse JSON. Add this right here. And Claude just outputs new line and is just annoying. So retrieve the full name from the following data. Return the full name only with no additional text in the correct JSON. It's gonna be results. And that's pretty much it. Okay. Click on save. And there you go. Now we're not gonna have that issue. Trust me, we're not. Let me add the full name right here. And before I actually do that, let me just run this module only. And it's gonna be result equals, for example, Saad. And if I run once, there you go. I can get access to it now if I go back. And I delete this, result is going to be the result. And now we're not going to have that issue. Trust me. Now trust me. Let me run once. And an email finder is taking its sweet ass time. Okay, now we don't have it. Okay, so if I click run once, I can still retrieve it, by the way. Just use existing data. And there you go. Awesome. Ugh. So now we're going to parse this JSON. So parse. So JSON, parse JSON. And it's going to be the JSON string that I have here, which is value. Save this. And just because we don't want to like rerun this entire thing, just copy this. And run this module only and paste that in here. Now we'll have access to this data. Awesome. So what I'm going to do now is, okay, so I have this data. I have the email. I have everything now. So I'm just going to basically structure it. So I'm going to click on this plus button and I'm going to go to, I'm going to go to Entropic, create a prompt. And the prompt that I want is going to be in my playbook. Yeah. So this is the one. Mention in job titles. So copy it. Max token is already 60. Add messages. User. Contents is going to be text. And text is going to be right here. And I'm just going to feed in the exact job title. And click on save. And if I just go to job title, Control C, if I run this module only, so run this module only, job title, click OK. Was looking for companies hiring for sales and notice you're hiring for a software developer. Oh yeah, because I have this prompt for sales. So what we're going to do, basically you can change this to whatever you want, okay? So was looking for companies hiring companies hiring and noticed. You're hiring for a BDR. Now, if I just run this only, was looking for companies hiring for, why is it? Oh yeah, I know why. We need to, so in your case, you can just type in whatever you want, hiring for whatever they want, whatever the recruitment company you're going to be working with is hiring for. Okay, and click on save. Awesome. So now I'm going to click on this plus button again, and I'm going to have a congrats line. Yeah. So create a prompt. And before I actually do that, I need to unlink this. Yeah, I need to scrape their website page so I can get access to their latest achievement. So click on this plus button, go to AXA, perform a search, and click on add. Again, you're going to go back to AXA. And let me just fix my camera real quick. And I'm going to go to AXA right here, which is in my browser right here. And it's in API dashboard. And API keys, and then just copy this, paste that in here, and save. Okay, so search query is going to be the website. Result type, just leave that empty. Number of results, just one. And I want company, and include content and response, and click save. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, so that's annoying. Let me just go back and just hard code the website, which is, where's the website? So go to, I can't really, okay, I can access to it through here. So let me just hard code this instead of rerunning the entire thing from the beginning. And then let me run this module only, paste in the website. Okay, and I got access to it. And this is their website. So I'm going to paste that in here. And it's going to be, I'm going to use this, my process internal. Max token is going to be 3060. Messages, add message. Role user. Content is going to be add text, which is text. And the one that I want is probably going to be in my 7-figure prompts. Yeah, this is the one. It's going to be this one right here. So I'm just going to copy it. Control C. Control V. And I'm going to edit this. And I'm going to add in the text right here. And click on save. Now, if I just basically hard code the text, just go here and copy on this module only. Click OK. Congrats on launching Delta Professional. Love how you streamlined the B2B experience across corporate, agency, and SME segments. Having separate tailored portals shows you really understand the distinct needs in each part of the travel ecosystem. Great. So now I'm going to build my Dream Outreach, which is going to be in Tools, Sets Variable. And the variable name is going to be Dream Outreach. And the full name. So I'm just going to split full name based off a space and get one. So hey, first name. And I'm going to add congrats line, and then I'm going to add the second one. We have candidates ready to place. No costs unless you hire. Is this worth a 10-minute chat? Okay. So now let's just run this from the beginning. Let me auto-align this, run once. And let me go back here, zoom out, and then let me just run once. So we sent everything. And performing a search, generating a dream email. So hey Lisa, congrats on the successful launch of Delta Professional. Really impressed by how you've unified corporate travel, agency services, and SME Yeah, this is a small business. I don't know what this is. Loyalty in one hub. Exactly what the industry needed as business travel rebounds. Was looking for companies hiring. Notice you're hiring for a software engineer. We have candidates ready to place. No cost unless you hire. Is this worth the 10-minute chat? Okay, so now the last part is I'm going to add this to my Instantly account. To add leads to a campaign. And then I'm going to go to Instantly. And I'm going to show you how to authenticate your account. So go to login. I believe this is another account here. So I'm going to go add new. High ticket campaign. Sales system, for example. Continue. And yeah, I'm going to go to settings, and then go to integration, API keys, and go to version 1. Copy it. Go back. Click on add. Paste that in here. And then Saad's cool high ticket system automation. Click on save. And now I got access to my campaign. It's going to be campaign ID, which is high ticket sales system, the email address that I'm going to map from the email. Again, I have to use the split formula. That's fine. So full name based off a space, and then get the first one, and then copy, Control C. Oops. Go back. And then paste that in here. And the company name is going to be the company name. And the personalization is going to be our dream email. And I'm going to add another variable, custom variable, which is going to be the job title. And it's going to be the exact job title. Okay, so job title. And in terms of website, just map in the website. Click on save. Save this, auto-align this, run once. And then let's just do it from the beginning. Okay. Okay, now let me go back to my campaign here. Go to leads. We added the lead. And it's going to be in personalization. There you go. Amazing. Really good email. But wait, let me add like a new line here. And then another new line here, and click on save. Now let's go back to our first initial email. We have something that we need to fix. So we didn't take care of this. So let me just add this right here. And we're just going to basically do the same. We're just going to copy this. And we're going to have a condition again. So email exists. So email exists. And click on save. And again, the result is the email, which is email. And the full name is going to be the full name. And the domain is going to be the domain, which is the website. Okay. Now, same thing. If I just unlink this, and again, I'm just going to run once, go back, run once. Oh yeah, we need to, I forgot, because we have an offset here. Let me just remove this, save this. Now it's going to work. Okay, so we received it. That was quick. And we added the second lead. Okay, let me go back. So hey Sonali, congrats on hitting the 22-year million milestone with IT Solution. It's rare to see a tech service company maintain that kind of staying power through all the industry shifts since the late 90s. Your Microsoft certification and minority-owned status really differentiates you in the crowded IT staffing space. Was looking for companies, etc. Junior software developer. Okay, good. So, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I'm gonna save this. Auto-align this, and then let's just try this at 5. And I'm going to go back here, and then it's going to be high ticket, sales system, launch. Just name this power. Save this. And this is going to be high ticket sales system. Let's just name this launch. Okay. And that's pretty much it, I believe. Yeah, okay. So let me just save this again. and then run as data arrives immediately. Save again, go back, and now if I just run once, so I will receive it here, and yeah, okay. Again, it's gonna keep running. Okay, so we ran all of them, and we found actually 5 emails, which is awesome. Okay, so let me go back to sequences, and let's just read through all of the leads that we have. So, hey Sonali, Snowflake, hey JC, congrats on the founding round. Impressive to secure that capital and the environment. Okay, good. So, now the system is actually working great. Awesome. So what I'm gonna do now, all I have to do is basically put this here, and then now instead we're just gonna map in our default dataset ID, which is default dataset ID, limit 0, save this again, and that's pretty much it, I believe. Yeah. Let me just save this again, and let me go back to initial scenario. We closed that tab. That's fine. Let's just retrieve it. Let's go to sort by newest to oldest, and it's gonna be yeah, this is the one. So let's name this high ticket sales system launch 1. The hell? Launch 1. And then go back. And this is going to be launch 1, and this is going to be launch 2. Okay. I'm not the best at naming conventions, so you name this whatever you want, by the way. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, let's just run this end to end now. So, okay. And let's see if everything is good. So, in terms of count, just put, for example, 10, okay? Save this, auto-align this, and I believe that's pretty much it. Okay, so let me just go back here, save this, save everything end to end, and then we need to immediately, yes, save this, go back, and we are already at 1 hour in, which is good. Let me go back here again, save this, go back, and then let's go to our lead finder. So, oops, let me go back. So, this is the one. Paste that in here. Let's go to jobs, LinkedIn jobs. And here's what we're going to do. Example, just put, I don't know, like, sales representative. Let's go to United States, and I'm just going to copy this. And by the way, if you go back, you will see that we just specifically put 10 because I don't want to like launch 4,000 leads, obviously, no. So I'm going to go to start, and okay, so let's just submit. So we received this. If I go back to my runs here, let me go to runs. So it's running. Oh yeah, because we don't have enough credits. We have the results here. You can't use this for less. Oh, okay. Okay. So looks like oh, you can't use this for more than 10 records. But why it stopped here? Oh, hiring manager asked because it was empty. Oh, okay. So we need to have let me go back. Okay. So let's just go back. And let me just delete this again. Delete process data, delete. Okay, again. And then on. And then let me go to the first one. Okay. And then let's just put 100. Okay. Click on save again. Save again. And then let's just run this again. So let me refresh this. Start. Paste that in here. And then that's pretty much it. Okay, we launched it now. Okay. If I go back, runs. So now it's running. Okay, good. So we can now basically have the data and it's going to go into 100. And let's just wait. And then it's going to basically catch the response in here. Okay. So it's going to watch the actual runs and then send this to the second flow. Okay. Okay. I had to do this just because camera is going to stop at like 30 minutes. Okay, 39, 47. It's like witnessing the end of the word. Okay, 47 again, 73. Okay. Now watch this. Can you send this data, please? 89. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. There you go. It's going to send this here. If the email is found, it's going to send this. Essentially. So it looks like an email finder is again taking its sweet ass time. And can we catch this? Okay, thank you. Go back. We just added the new lead with, hey, Christine, congrats on landing expansion. Notice you're hiring for a BDR. So that's the beauty about it. It's not going to be business development representative. It's a BDR, right? Again, we're sending this and it's going to go to 100. And I'm just, now I'm just pissing away my email finder token, which is sweet. Again, we're receiving this every single thing. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you, email finder. Let me go to sequences, preview. So my leads are getting added. Thank you. Again. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Awesome. So the system is end-to-end high ticket. Yeah, you could pretty much sold this for like at least 3K. I've sold this for multiple companies, so at least 3K. The last one I sold it for like 10,000, I believe, 9,800 or something. It was the easiest $9,000 that I've made. And that's pretty much it. Yeah? Yeah, it's keep running. Keep running, please. And it's running again. It's going to send it. So it's running. You guys can see, so running. And then again, thank you. And that's pretty much it. Okay, let me go to sequences again. Hey, Melissa, congrats on Series B round. Breaking through in this tough funding climate shows real execution. Looking forward to seeing how you scale the product. The market been waiting for something like this. Was looking for companies hiring, notice hiring for BDR. Reason why? Because we fed in sales representative, and BDR is basically like same as sales rep. And yeah, we're just gonna keep running, you know, until we finish the 100 records. Okay, so I'm just gonna. Can I pause this? I can't. Okay, so you get the point. Okay, let's see how many leads we added. Okay, we're getting added. Everything's getting added now. Preview. And that's pretty much it. I think that's all I have to do now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything is getting added. So just gets to show how. Okay, so hopefully you found this video valuable. I'm gonna leave you all the resources you're gonna need in the description, like always, including the scraper, the blueprint, and all the platforms you're gonna need so you can get up and run it as quickly as possible. So thanks so much for watching. Make sure to leave me a comment down below and make sure to like, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. By the way, I forgot to include this in the video. Let's say you're targeting recruitment. You can use this system as a lead magnet, okay? So essentially in your copy, you would say, hey, can I send over a form? And just fill that form with whatever candidates you guys have in-house. And essentially the system is going to run automatically in the background. And basically you can even add like a new module, which is Google Sheets, that's going to go ahead and create a Google Sheets for you. And essentially just email it back to that lead. But I wouldn't recommend you do that. Why? Because you have the highest leverage at that point. So just make sure you make the Google Sheets as aesthetically pleasing as possible because it's a part of deliverables. And I know many people actually are using this as a lead magnet, and it's going to skyrocket your reply rates. Obviously, they're not using my system because my system is one of the most powerful systems in the world. Not to toot my own horn, but so step one, you scrape 3,000 leads of recruitment companies, and in your copy, you'd say, hey, can I send over just a form? And it's very frictionless for the lead. All I have to do is basically just fill out a form, okay? So they'll fill out that form, and the system's going to run in the background. And basically, it's going to create a sheet for you, and then just make sure you fine-tune everything. Make sure it's as aesthetically pleasing as possible, because again, you have the highest leverage there. And you just send that back to them, and they'll be willing to hop on a call, as soon as like in few hours. So trust me. But that's my 2 cents. So I'll catch you later.